Hey everybody, it's time for an update. I haven't sent out one in a very long time, almost like 2 weeks it seems. Um, so here's how kind of the last 2 weeks have gone. Um, Most people probably know I've been intubated, was intubated, because I'm not intubated now. Kind of sounds funny, doesn't it? Um, but yeah, I was released to go home for about 5 hours, and well, not intentionally 5 hours. I was released to go home, and then I was only able to stay home for 5 hours. And due to complications with the oxygen home delivery system for a concentrator, didn't get the concentrator in time, and so there was complications that ended up causing me to come back to the ER here and to actually have more oxygen needs than I initially did the first time around. So they had everything maxed out. So it was really a tough ride. I couldn't stabilize or anything like that. And so when coming back in, I ended up getting a ride via ambulance and to the ER and then to an ICU room. And then earlier, this was at midnight. So earlier in the morning, about, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, it was really rough. And I made the decision to just say, we need to be, they were asking about intubation and stuff like that. And they were going to come back, and I said, let's just do it. So I spent 6 days with a breathing tube under sedation. And that was, I believe, starting on a Wednesday, going all the way to a Tuesday when they were actually able to pull me out of the pull the breathing tube out. So by noon on that Tuesday, they were able to reverse the intubation process. I don't know what it's called. They call it something, I don't know. Doesn't matter really, but it was a good improvement because I didn't have to go directly on a high flow. I mean, I came in here from the ER and they put me on high flow because I just couldn't stabilize. And that's what this said. It was due to complications with the running out of oxygen at home and not having the home concentrator there ready to go roll. And I went home with higher demands, 3 liters at idle, 6 liters when needing to go to the bathroom or walking up the steps and all that kind of stuff. So moving forward, the process has been so yeah. Well, as of Tuesday this last week, they were able to pull me out of the intubation process, and I'm on a slow recovery process now. Weak muscles. You're intubated, you're sedated, you're not moving for 6 days. It's really rough on your body. And there's been a saying that's 3 to 5 days for every day that you're actually in the hospital. And I'm somewhere close to 20-ish days. I haven't fully done the math. I've been told, how long I've actually been here. It's 10 days in and then 10 days the second round now. So, that's going to be a fairly long recovery, I believe. So the next moves are going to be not dismissing to home, but to transition care. So please pray for that we get the right type of transition care picked for us. And that's basically to help me get my skills back. I've got weak muscles, but the last couple of days I've been making progress. I mean, I could barely move from location to location. They had to hoist me and all that kind of fun stuff. It was fun riding the hoist. Not really. But they helped me get moving, and yesterday I was probably the second day I've actually got up, sat in the chair. This is in the morning, by the way. So before breakfast even. And I was able to get up, sit in the bed. I've had OT and PT come by a couple times, giving me some extra things to stretch my body out, get it back into motion. And that's basically it. I got to get my body recovered so that I'm actually back to full swing, full range of motion, all that, and under my own power. I'm still sort of using a walker to move around, but we'll see how far that takes me because, I might get to a point where I don't necessarily need a walker here the next day or two because, I was able to use the walker, but that's just because of weak muscles. We'll get to the point where my muscles will be strong and then I'll be back to walking without using a walker. And hopefully the facility that does transition care is we pick. I'd like to have one that's gonna have like a fitness room or something like that, so I can actually maybe be in better shape than I ever did before COVID, because I know I lost a lot of weight through the process. And I was talking to a friend last night saying, this is kind of a silver lining of this is I lost weight. Now I can build my weight back with actual muscle weight, not fat weight. You can kind of see I'm sporting a nice grayish beard. That won't be there for very long. It's kind of unique. I haven't had a beard. I've never let it grow past 2 weeks, if that. So it's hard to maintain yourself when you really can't walk to the bathroom and shower and all that kind of stuff and shave. You can only wash with a washcloth. Shaving is just not one of those things. I like to stand in front of a mirror and shave. So, but that's another story. And so, yep, that's the story going forward. That's pretty much it for now. If you got any questions, let me know and I'll make maybe another video and answer those questions later on. Talk to you guys later.